taste of summer sweat.
I want to start from the beginning. I know Míra started back in 2018. Like, what sparked you to start creating music?
Oh, 2018. Oh, there's one specific video actually. There's a YouTube channel with the Steve Lacy studio video, and he's in like a professional ass studio, and he's like recording on his like iPod, and then that's when I downloaded GarageBand. I'd like been writing stuff for a while since I was like a kid. I just always like singing and like music, but it wasn't until like I saw that video that I was like, oh, I could probably do it too.
Have you like picked up any instruments before that?
No, I was like doing YouTube rips, like YouTube MP3 rips for like 2 years, and then I started trying to learn guitar. Like, probably took up until like 2 or 3 years ago to like really trust myself making a whole song, like producing a whole song and like mixing it and everything, up until like a year or two ago. So a large like portion of me creating is me like outreaching to other artists. Like when I was like first making music, I got really into this artist called Míra. He's like in California, and I would like DM him my songs. Like he didn't know who I was at all, but I would do that a lot when I was first starting, and that's like, I think it's always been like more communal with like other artists. It's been like a way to grow.
You've been becoming friends with other artists, so like Míra's one of them. I think.
Oh, Orange Space. Ricky.
Yes, Dark Girl, and you started like producing in a June.
Yeah,
you were like her opening act for the Masquerade.
Yeah, I did open for them in the
How was
Masquerade.
that experience?
That was really fun. I think it was like the third time I'd performed. I think I played guitar for one song, but like it was just the crowd was like feeling it, because sometimes you perform and it's like nobody's feeling it, and like that's okay, but it's really awesome when people are like kind of just like getting into it, even if they don't know who you are.
Because I even saw a video of like you starting to mosh pit at the end of that.
No, oh my god. I just kind of said fuck it, because one of my friends was in the crowd, and I was in my head, I was like, I'm gonna pick him, we're gonna do this, like whether it starts or not.
I love that. And you also did sound design for a short film.
Yeah.
How was that like?
That was very different. My friend Massimo went to Italy, and then he filmed a short film there, and he was like, do you want to score it? And I was like, fuck it. And never really done anything based off of like visual. It's usually like all like audio, but it was really fun. I definitely learned a lot of like how chords convey emotion, even though that's like a common thing. I just didn't really like get it until I started putting it to like video specifically.
How long did it take?
August.
Oh damn.
Like 3 months. Like 3 months of on, because it was also during my final semester of college.
Oh,
so I was doing my thesis, and then I was also doing the score at the same time. But like balancing it was, I don't even think I really did balance it. It was more just like I would like sacrifice a test here and there, and it'd be fine. Like C's get degrees. C's get degrees.
That is great.
C's get degrees.
We're gonna jump into the Twitter segments.
I delete so many tweets. Omar Paulo, Twitter.
So tell me about like your love of Omar Paulo, and how did he influence your music as well?
Omar Paulo it's like crazy, because like just being a sort of like Hispanic artist and making the sort of music that he does was like just crazy to see as someone who also wanted to do that, and then to see him like get nominated for a Grammy, get like fulfill all these things that I would love to do one day, is like, okay, maybe I could do it. Like there's a sliver of a chance, if any. So
What like was the first Omar Paulo song that you discovered and like?
Oh, I was OG. You Got Me. Like on on SoundCloud. Yes.
I know you've like gathered influence not only from your friends but like other artists such as Omar Paulo and Victor the Internet. And I know you tweeted out once saying like, when I first started making music, Omar Paulo and Victor, Mr. Internet Now, really made me feel seen, like I could really do it too. Did you see yourself having that support from your parents as a musician, especially as a first gen?
I didn't tell them about my music until I got playlisted for the first time, which was like 3 years in. I was just kind of buying stuff, and they were like, okay. Like I was just like buying a mic or whatever, and they didn't really ask questions until I got playlisted and I got really excited and I showed them. I think they would have been less supportive if I like went all for it, because I did like finish college and like got a degree and everything, and like that's like the sort of pressure I felt from being like a first generation immigrant, and like having to, and like feeling like I couldn't like fail.
And you even tweeted out that your dad's like, when are you gonna drop off any music?
Yes, he actually asked me this like 2 days ago, because I'll be making music in like downstairs, and he's like, so when is that one coming out? And I was like,
You mentioned you're Hispanic, so like how do you feel? Do you feel like you taking roots from like your heritage and stuff like that to contribute towards your creative process of music?
I feel like a lot of like the sort of like super romantic-y, like very emotional side of things is like where it comes out from. Because like I know a lot of artists like sang in the church and all that. I was just in the aisles for real. But it definitely was like hearing those sort of like ethereal like sort of sounds in church. The music I grew up on was super like emotive, like songs. I don't listen to a lot of like Spanish music now currently. I definitely do more than I used to, but still not enough.
I feel like the music comes off more like coming of age.
Oh yeah.
So can you like touch on more like influences that like really enhance like your creativity?
I love movies. Like I really love like the idea of like scoring something or having a song of mine like be chosen to score a movie or like be part of a soundtrack would be so awesome. Like whenever I'm like making music, a lot of the time I'm like, oh, like I would have loved to heard this when I was like 14 or 15. Like I would have loved to have like ridden my bike to this. And I definitely will like listen to my own music when I'm doing things that I like envision myself make like while I'm making it. But like coming of age films in like as a sort of like genre have always been like super inspiring musically. I feel like a lot of the artists I listen to aren't necessarily like coming of age music, but I really love Jeff Buckley and like Dijon up there. McGee, so glad everybody's listening to him now.
Did you see him?
I did see him when he came to Atlanta. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
I bought a ticket and I forgot I bought it.
You're so fucked
missed
up.
it.
Oh my god. It was so good. Like he is just as good as playing guitar. Like I'd already listened to all the live videos. I knew he was gonna be good, but listening to it like right there, like the man in the flesh, like crazy. It's always like super different whenever I see artists that I like buy tickets for, because like yeah, you're just on my phone until you're right in front of me and it's like, okay, yeah, that's like a real human being. Dude, his guitar playing is so like different and so like emotive. And that's like the most emotive I've ever heard guitar playing, not necessarily like chords, but like the way like a lot of his guitar playing is like super based on like the pressure of the strings is like the whole sort of like super staticky sound. So like he has like a crazy feel. It's, yeah. Artists that have like absolutely like changed my life, Mac Miller. That one's like I never talk about him, but like he definitely was someone who, because whenever I first started making music, this is like before I even like put a song out, I was trying to rap. I was trying to be a rapper.
You're like, I'm gonna rap on something.
I was trying to be a rapper, and it's because of Mac Miller. That dream, thankfully, died. It was just like not me. Like I knew it wasn't me. I was just trying, but it was definitely just not me.
And how did you like move into the coming of age genre?
It was honestly like more of like I started making music, and then it kind of like ended up like that, and less like, oh, I want to make music like this. It was like, it just kind of was a product of like who, like what I started
like
making.
Other genres, like.
Oh yeah, I've been super into country music. I've been like listening to like more like Americana, like Adrienne Linker, Big Thief, goated. I love the way their albums are like mixed, especially Dragon New War Mountain. It's like super spatial, very non-conforming to like how albums usually are like mixed.
So I know you've been working on an album that's coming up soon, teasing them since 2023.
Yeah.
And you still haven't released them, so when are they gonna come to the light?
Definitely by next year.
Why next year?
Maybe a song this year. This like has been like my baby. Like the oldest song from it was right after I made my album in 2021. This album, I've gotten the chance to like go out to Nashville and like record, like actually like record real instruments and not just like MIDI record shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's my baby. I'm just finishing stuff. Nashville was life-changing. I went up to record with my friend Danny, and they had like all like drum set up and like everything that I could want, and I was like, this is amazing. It was during spring break, so it was the middle of my semester earlier this year, and I was just like, I was supposed to be working on my thesis, and I did not work on my thesis, and my thesis professor was like kind of pissed. I knew that if I was like super focused on school, I wouldn't be able to like really be in it, and so I literally just had to like act like I was not in college, was just there. It's coming along. It's coming along. I think it's really good. Like really good.
From what I hear from like the snippets you posted on TikTok, it was 2-tab.
Oh yeah.
Is that gonna be enough?
No. No, it's not. But that's like the only song I have where I'm rapping.
When you were in Nashville, you tweeted out, saw Misky and Ethel Kane at Kava together.
Yes.
What was that?
This was actually before like I went to Nashville to make music. I went to Nashville to go see the Ethel Kane show with my girlfriend. But we were like, we're hungry. We go to Kava, and Ethel Kane and Mitski are just having lunch before Ethel Kane's show, and in the Kava, and we get our food, we sit down, and we choose, of course, to sit down right next to them. Like whenever they're in the process of leaving is when we both said hi to them. But it was just like crazy. I was like, whoa. And then I had no idea Mitski lives in Nashville. Yeah, it was just like quick. It was like a quick hi, but it was like, they were very kind. They were very sweet. I'm way more awkward than it is, than they would have been. No picture.
No picture, no proof.
No picture. But it happened, I swear. I don't lie on Twitter.
So what can you tell people like what to expect from this upcoming album?
Coming of age times 10. It's like music that I will like listen to myself like when I'm out and about, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is like a good song. There's this one called Seasoned Stumps, and I really like it. It's like what I think indie should be in.
You tweeted out there it goes.
Oh yeah, that was the first song that I made for this project back in like 2021.
Is it gonna be in the?
Yes, this one, yes.
I know you've been keeping Pixie Cut, Adrian. Are those gonna be in the album?
Those are. Adrian, yes.
Adrian slaps.
Adrian's really good.
I like that one.
I really love Adrian.
What would be like the perfect movie to put this album in?
Oh fuck. It goes a lot of places. But the one thing that comes to my mind, which is kind of like cliche, is Perks of Being a Wallflower. But like, that movie's got a lot of different emotions in it.
I've seen a platform recommend your song.
With the Perks of Being a Wallflower movie, I thought that was really awesome because I didn't even know that was like gonna happen. And I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Okay, thank you so much for this little chat.
No problem.
Everyone check out Míra on all streaming platforms and be on the lookout for his album next year.